Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing good today. I'm Gorilla, your host and virtual pilot for today's video. And welcome to leg number 1 of what I hope will be a world tour. Now I'm saying I hope because the will is there, but sometimes, life doesn't have to be complicated, but sometimes situations, things, or people are making it complicated. So if everything goes to plan, we're going to be coming back here in, I have no idea, but several days or months. So Freeport, MYGF, so long. We got all the paperwork. This is the home base of Gorilla Hair. No monkey business here. And so yeah, paperwork is done. The pre-flight is done. The walk-around is done. We've got our raft in the aircraft, our suits, because we're going to be crossing a huge chunk of water. So from Freeport to KEYW, we're going to we're not going to fly towards Miami. The first idea was to fly towards Miami, then follow the coast. But this is an airspace that usually you have to avoid. So we're going to fly towards a private, actually, airport, or I should say airstrip, called the Ocean Reef Club. It's a private. The code is 07 Foxtrot Alpha, and then we're just going to follow the I would say the land, like the little piece of land that's just like a very tiny piece of land that actually, if you follow, you get all the way to Key West. But yeah, since we're gonna cross the Atlantic Ocean, actually. We in real life you need a suit and a raft before you cross, and we're gonna be crossing a lot of big water surfaces, or areas I should say. Okay, so the only thing left, so we got the compressed air here, we got the floats here equipped on the skid pads, because since we're going to be crossing some huge water bodies, lakes, oceans, whatnot, in case of an emergency, we need these. So let's jump in. Now in the next videos, as we go along, the idea here is to keep the talking to a minimum and just do what a real pilot would do in real life. So we're gonna try to simulate as close as possible. Of course, we've got some limitation here in a simulator, but I'm gonna try to keep the chatter to a minimum. Let's get ready. Let's start. Let's get cracking. First things first. Since there are some issues with the for whatever reason, rudder pedal. Okay, so there you go. Cyclic works. Collective. Let's make sure everything works. Full deflection. Okay. It works. Since it's hot, we're going to leave the door open for now. The rotor brake is up and latched. All the switches are off. Circuit breakers are in. Okay. So we can just go down to anti-collision light. on, position light on. And why not the tip strobe on too? All the cabin lights are off, position lights on, defog switch is off, pitot heater off, engine anti-ice off, heater switch off, instrument light rheostat switch is off. Overhead circuit breakers already checked, all in. Rotor brakes is rotor brake up and latched. Battery switch on. It's going to be loud a bit. It's going to do its self-bit test. Good, done. So it did everything, the NRNP needle, all the, yeah, so it's all good. Let's go to menu number 2. We're going to go full fuel. We don't have any passengers, so I turned the vibration thing off because, I don't know why, I find it really annoying. It's a cool feature, but I find it a little bit annoying. So just fuel, a little bit of baggages or a payload. So what's the payload? Crew, that's me, 170. Fuel weight, aircraft option weight, okay, and payload. So let's add with the raft and whatnot, and baggages and whatnot, 200 pounds. Yeah, 3. Okay, let's go 300 pounds. Center of gravity didn't change, so I hope it's good. All right, menu 1. Do we need menu 1? No, we don't. Okay, so I'm gonna have the frequency ready. I don't really need that, but because I know the airport by heart by now. VFR, guys, no procedures, no fancy thing. So everything is done here. Pedal stop. I've got some issues with the pedal stop thing. It doesn't stay on. When you press, it should. But I see the light on. That's a problem, I think. That button doesn't work. Cyclic lock off. Cyclic is neutral. Throttle is closed and off. Instrument light, caution light, test. They all work. So obviously fuel, yes, fuel valve is closed, so all these are normal. Fuel boost transfer switch to on. Lights are extinguished. Instrument check. Let's see if we have any exceedances. No, we don't. All good. Fuel is good. LCD test button check. Everything should be lit. We should have like 81888 on all of them. Yes. And NRNP needles to 100%. Both of them. Yes. FADEC. Works over speed. And the fuel in the auxiliary tank is 261. Fuel valve on. Guard closed. Light is extinguished. We've got 24.9 volts. What is the temperature? 29.3. It's hot. Collective is full down. The lock is off. We already test the friction, pedal, neutral, cyclic, throttle to idle. The button unlatches. It works. It moves. Back to idle. Back to off. It works. We're ready to start. Let's make sure it's clear. Close the door, because it's going to get loud. Area is clear. Clear. Hold the button for 1 second. What did I do wrong? Again? I always do the same stupid thing. Ah, man, I can't believe I did that again. I forgot to reopen the throttle. Okay. And the checklist says so. But maybe I went too fast because there is a... Okay, what's going on with the NG here? Something wrong with the NG. So everything is going up, so I think there's a bug with the aircraft. Or maybe my mistake. I should have turned everything off. Wait 30 seconds. Now we're going to start the engine hot though. That's not a good start for the World Tour, eh? Let's try it again. We might be okay. I was afraid we might get a hot start. Okay. So we are idling at 64. Start switch did disengage, auto relight light extinguished. The transmission blood pressure extinguished. We are idling right now. The P's and T's are good. I'm going to turn on the gen and we should see some amps going up, which is right here. Yep. Amps are going up, meaning it's good. And we've got 28.2 volts on the battery. This is the hydraulic. The hydraulic system is... light is off now. That's the first test. FADEC check. 62% right now. Yep. Open the cover. Switch to manual. Now this test is to make sure that we're not going to have any craziness happening with the engine in the manual FADEC mode. So we bring the NG to 75%. Slowly. This instrument here, oh, 75, thank you. Just wait for the both needles and our NP to stabilize, and we're just making sure that the engine is not going crazy. Everything is good. So we can bring the throttle back to 63%, to the idle position. Idling at 62.7, back to auto. That's a good test. Now I'm talking out loud, but eventually I'm probably not going to talk. I'm just going to do this flow without talking. Okay, let's do an engine run up. The idea here is to bring the throttle slowly. Ah, that weird sound is back now again. You hear that? Like chick, chick. It started tapping yesterday, actually. I don't know what's going on. you go, the governor kicked in. We bring the throttle all the way to fly. Everything is stable. No warning lights on the panel, so that's good. Let's go with the air conditioning because it's hot in here. And master avionics. Gyro. Close the window. Now, for whatever reason, there's an issue with the GNS 530 because if you go to flight plan and you want to enter, it doesn't work with this knob as it should. It selects the COM and VOR, VLOC and COM. So we're gonna just use the pop-up. I don't like to do that, but at least you can use it. Okay, just going to disable truck IR. So the first waypoint will be 07FA. I don't know what is that noise. There you go, Ocean Reef Club. We don't need to put the, I'm going to put it anyway, KMTH. Now this is the Bell 407 by JRX, as you probably know. He's coming out with a new version, 1.40 soon. This is 1.3. 1.4 is coming out soon. And the nice thing is, I think we'll be able to integrate TDN 750. Thank you. Jeez, I can't talk and I'm just gonna finish this because I can't do two things at the same time apparently. There we go. All good. So the new 1.4 version, I saw the video. I think we'll be able to have the TDS GDN 750, the Garmin. Of course, you have to buy the product. It's an expensive add-on, but you can actually have a GTN 750 in here. Yeah, totally worth it. So I think that's going to be a purchase because as you know, the GTN 750 is yeah, it's a must. So we're going to be, sorry if I do that, squawking 1200, it's on standby. I do apologize for that. It's a bit stupid, but okay, the engine ADICE test. So the MGT is rising, as you can see, which is totally normal because we're choking a little bit the air going through. Okay, and engine ADICE off. MGT's coming down, torque's coming down. Alright, good test. Collective is full down, NR is 100%. Now the second hydraulic test. Turn that off. You see the light here where the mouse is. Now we want to make sure we still have authority, even though it should be harder. And in real life, it's much stiffer. You do it gently. Probably not simulated here in X-Plane, but the important thing is to make sure that if the hydraulic fails, you still can move everything, even the collective. So friction off, collective is still moving, hydraulic back on, light is off, good test. Okay, so we're gonna grab the weather, and ATIS is 119275.
Departing runway 06, wind 120 degrees 9 knots, visibility more.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why do I have two radios here? Ah, man, more problems? That's why I did all these tests, man. What's going on? I shouldn't have like two AT. Now I have X-Plane and say intention at the same time.
20 degrees 9 knots, visibility more than that.
Come on. Really?
Information Golf
080.
That's really annoying. I really don't need this. Really. I did like 10 tests. Everything was fine. Now like suddenly. Okay, let's do something before I freak out. Let's restart say intention. I'm sorry guys. Breaks the immersion, but
Sand. Temperature 28.
there you go.
2.24. Altimeter 3000. Grand Bahama International Airport. Automated weather observation. 1900 Zulu. 1080 at 9er. Visibility 10. View at 2500. Broken at 4000. Temperature 28. 2.24. Altimeter 3000. Grand Bahama International Airport.
Wind 217 on ground and tower is 118.5. Freeport ground Bell 407 Golf Oscar Hotel 904, ready to taxi to runway 6 with VFR flight. We have the weather.
Bell 407 Golf Oscar Hotel 904 Freeport ground runway 06 taxi via Alpha. Let me know you got information Lima.
We have information Lima. Clear to taxi runway 6 via Alpha for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. Let's go, guys. Freeport. See you soon. Ish. See you in a few months. I don't think say intention can... I wouldn't say that the proper word would be vector U, but sometimes for helicopter you can actually be authorized to do a straight departure, so you don't have to taxi all the way to the runway, or you could just taxi part of it, just like, you know, a portion of it. I did a little bit of research. I couldn't see if say intention, or couldn't find if say intention can make the difference between a straight wing GA and a helicopter. So because we would save a lot of time. We could have done just a straight departure, turn right there, straight departure to the south, and bye-bye. And one of the tests I've done in the past few weeks, or in the past week or two, I actually tried. I've asked for a straight departure, but told me to taxi to the active runway, so I'm pretty sure it's a feature that will be available at some point, because say intention is being updated every day, literally every day. And sometimes more than once in the same day, so So in case you're just stopping by the channel, obviously you know that this is Explain 12. My graphic settings are, everything is maxed out. This is the Bell for 07 by JRX. I'm using the Map Enhancement Pro version. Say Intentions, a free plugin called Live Traffic. And also now say intention can, it's not a traffic injection, but you can actually see other pilots that either fly X-Plane or even Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 or 2024. And you should be able to hear them actually also. So that's a new feature that just came out recently.
Bell Hotel 904, contact tower on 118.5.
118.5 for tower for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. Thank you. Freeport Tower, Golf Oscar Hotel 904, holding short runway 6, ready for takeoff.
Bell 407, Golf Oscar Hotel 904, Freeport Tower, runway 06, winds 080 at 9er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06 for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. That's one thing I want to do right away. Okay. Everything is good. Check the fuel quantity. We are at 835. Everybody's strapped in. You guys are ready? Let's go. First leg of the world tour. Clear on the approach. It's quite a big undertaking, but I'm excited. I hope everything is gonna go well. Let's begin our trip. A little bit of weather. Should be fine. There's a flight close to our hangar here. I'm gonna see that hangar in a few months. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. There we go. Now in this version the autopilot has some issues and I did not download the patch, so I'm going just to fly with the trim. Keep an eye on the VVI and the heading. Whew. That's not going to be easy. Look at the visibility. The water and the sky, they blend. That's going to be okay. That's going to be interesting. Wow. Woohoo. Okay, I am on GPS, so why are you not? Nav1, GPS. That's not going to be easy here without the autopilot, because it's only water and sky. So the reference point is not easy. I want to climb to and try to fly below 5,000 feet. That is some men flying. Something is, I think it could be the wind, because I mean, we're being pushed all the time. You should see the needle starting coming in, or the yellow line, as we get back on track. It is moving slowly, so it means that we're doing the right thing. Okay, cool. 2,500 feet. So it's good news. Nav instrument is working. So it shows you what they have to go through, real pilots, when they actually fly like this, going over water, so you can't even the water and the horizon blends together. That's why some pilots actually kill themselves, because they cannot trust the instruments. So we are being pushed constantly to the right. Unfortunately, I can't use the autopilot. At least we know we are above water because we see the boats there now below us, so it's good news. It's a good thing we have ships. We're going to see land in 42 minutes. So we're trimmed pretty good, actually. Just have to keep an eye on the HSI. That's what flying is all about. It's not about autopilot. imagine, guys, that the early pilots, when the aviation was in its infancy, that's how they were flying. Actually, they were not fortunate to have like these sophisticated instruments. So it was even worse than that. Doing good on speed though. 128 knots over ground. 110 indicated. Can't complain about that. It'd be easier though on over ground. This is crazy. Not starting the easiest way. Flying without an autopilot. Because if I try the autopilot again, which button was it? Seed bubbles. It's hard to actually notice. Oh yeah, okay, we noticed this. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's bad.
Caution.
Now the aircraft is going crazy. Okay, let's try to get back here. Yeah, the autopilot messed everything up here. Jeez. Okay, my trim is all messed up. Thank you, autopilot. Why are you plunging like this? What the heck, man? Okay, autopilot is a widowmaker. Okay, calm down now. The aircraft will slow down. Jeez, man. Relax. That's why it's important to learn how to fly with your instruments, because we would have crashed. The altitude was going crazy, the VVI was like, yeah. Yeah, the autopilot is a mess. Not easy to stay on track. So my apologies, folks. Right now I'm flying with my face glued to the VVI, HSI. We only have 30 minutes to go until we see land. That's okay. It's part of the fun. Just don't activate the autopilot in this version. Or get the patch. Widowmaker. Hey, that is in flying, folks. That's what it is. Now we have an idea of what the real pilots go through. is not our friend. It's really pushing us off course. The thing I forgot is I could have requested flight following. We're VFR, okay. Just gonna talk to the tower once we get to Key West. Key West? Yep. Obviously, in real life, I don't think we would be allowed to do that, especially when you cross an ocean. Over ground, yes, but and to win again. got some friends at least. Some big ships. Keep us company. You know what? I'm glad that we don't have an autopilot right now. Well, we do have one, but it's not working, so we need to go to the shop and have a mechanic to look into this. But I'm happy because hands-on flying. We rely on autopilot and automation way too quick. That ain't flying. That's monitoring. You monitor an autopilot. You don't fly an aircraft. Now we're flying, baby. I don't know, should we have this autopilot fix or keep on flying this thing the entire time? Nah, we're gonna have a mechanic look at it. Sometimes autopilot is necessary, right? Good on fuel. All the P's and T's are good. Now you realize how much the wind is pushing on the aircraft. It's insane. It's remarkable actually to notice that. Okay, 14 minutes away from land. That's cool. We haven't picked the easiest start, wouldn't you say? This is the coast. I think it is. Made a mistake. I got it wrong. It's not really the coast. That's the little piece of land that's coming out of the water that we can follow now all the way to Key West. So there it is. We're 8 minutes away from first waypoint, which is, what was it again? 07 Foxtrot Alpha. You can see it on the map now on the AviTab. 07 Foxtrot Alpha at the bottom. It's good to see land. I can see the airfield from here, I think. If you do fly X-plane, please consider taking a look at the X-plane Map Enhancement. There's a free version, because look at this, it transforms the sim completely. That is a private airfield there. Good to see civilization. A 40 minutes nerve-wracking, I should say, nerve-wracking 40 minutes over the ocean. Phew. Oh wow. Look at the airfield, and there's a golf course. I'm sorry. Excusez-moi. Okay. That's nice. Private airfield, golf course. Anything else? Yeah. I know, guys. Should we come back and come back for a round of golf here? Ooh. Okay. What a beautiful place. Pretty crazy what they have built here. So we're going to be coming on the main road actually that connects to the land over there. So that's the south tip of Florida. Yeah, I'm just going to follow the road. I'm not going to follow the flight plan. Follow the road. Well, I wish I would be one of Dan Greider's son. Now, if you don't know who Dan Greider is, you should check his website. He's a multi-license, can I say that? Multi-license pilot. Flies private jet, He's got a DC-3, flies GA. He's a flight instructor. He's got a super good YouTube channel called Probable Cause. Go watch his videos. He's a really smart guy. Now I know some people don't like him because he says what needs to be said. But yeah, Dan Greider is I think he lives in Florida, I'm not sure, but he flies around here actually. In one of his videos, he was actually on a boat on one of his friends in the Key West area. Took a dive or took a dip in the water. There you go. So that's the main road here that connects to the mainland. As you see here on the map. Wow. Explain Map Enhancement. Thank you. I forgot the name of the developer, but thank you. I'm so glad that I actually got the pro version. This deserves our support. Does it transform explain? Absolutely. That's what we need. That is explain. There are two guys that I follow on YouTube about aviation. Dan Greider, phenomenal. But I'm telling you, I'm warning you, he's direct, he's frank, no BS guy. He tells how it is. He tells it how it is. And I forgot who's the next one. Let me tell you. So Dan Greider and Scott Perdue. His channel is Flywire. Him too. An ex, actually not an ex, he's still a pilot. What am I saying? I'm sorry, Mr. Perdue. But he's an ex Navy, Air Force. Navy or Air Force, Mr. Perdue? I can't remember, I do apologize. I'm old. Scott Perdue. His YouTube channel, Flywire, Scott Perdue. Amazing flight instructor. You learn a lot from these guys. Dan Greider, Probable Cause, Scott Perdue. If you like general aviation without any bullcrap, these are two channels that you need to watch. And subscribe too. And I'm not being sponsored, paid, or whatever. It's just like, this is really good info. And bonus, with Dan Greider, Probable Cause. Now, he's a private citizen, okay? And he solved one unsolved mystery or a criminal case that is still officially unsolved, but he solved it. I'm not going to tell you anything else. It's related to aviation. It's a series of videos that he has done. So it's a documentary. I'm not going to tell you anything in detail, but you got to watch it. It's several videos, several parts. If you ever heard about the story D.B. Cooper, go watch this. You will not be disappointed. Hey, look at this. Nice marina, boats. Wow. I wasn't born in the right country, man. I should have been born in Dan Greider's family. I'd be a pilot. I'd be flying here. I don't know, maybe I can ask Mr. Greider to adopt me. Why not? I'm clean, you know. I'm vaccinated. I'm neutered. Come on, Mr. Greider. You know, you could teach me how to fly. For real. Because right now I'm probably doing like dozens of mistakes. I'm not even talking to any ATC. I'm not even tuned in like to any. It should be tuned to Central, or I'm not sure. By the way, thanks for reminding me. Let's tune to ATIS 119675. And the tower is 1182. Okay, we're ready. I mean, the trim is pretty good. Autopilot is broken. Trim is really good. Pretty much keeping the altitude. Okay, we're good on fuel. This thing is pretty good on fuel, actually. Yeah, it's pretty good on fuel. Ah, what a view. This is beautiful. P's and T's are good. And we're just following the road. Follow the road. We could have saved time flying direct, but the whole purpose of doing a world tour with a chopper or helicopter is the VFR part of it. Very surprised on the speed though. So 115 indicated, 132 over ground. That's good speed. So we've got a tailwind right now. I mean, the view is phenomenal. The lighting is remarkable. The effect of like the sky with the water and the haze is spot on. The map enhancement is finally what we needed. This is explained. It's not bad. We burned like a little over 200 pounds of fuel. It's not bad. By the way, driving here must be phenomenal, right? Must be amazing. Driving from the mainland of Florida, taking that road all the way to Key West, must be phenomenal. You got the oceans like on both sides. Whoa. A sudden change of that's weird. It doesn't happen often in X-plane. Okay, now it's back to normal. That was weird. Turn you off, pull you, get some air. It's 18 degrees here, so I'm gonna save some fuel. Class E. Now, are we in trouble if we fly through Class E? I've learned, I've forgotten almost everything about aviation. I've been away so long. I haven't flown in the past 6-7 years. I'm gonna have to start reading again about aviation. again, in case you're wondering, or you skip fast forward, or you just end up like at this part of the video. No autopilot. It's broken. I'm hand flying. I trimmed what we call a forced trim. And look at this. I'm doing small corrections here because we're being pushed to the right. So wind is coming from the south. Small corrections, and sometimes readjusting the attitude also in terms of VVI, the vertical velocity indicator. Small correction. It's amazing. So the trim works really good. But yeah, we're gonna have to ask a virtual mechanic to check our autopilot. It's broken. I see an airport in front of us. Okay, MTH indeed. If I'm not mistaken, KMTH is Marathon. Indeed, the Florida Keys Marathon. Nice airport. Stay to the right of the airfield. Should have a good enough altitude for 1,000 feet. So we're not going to hinder or be in the way of anybody. But this is a beautiful airport. This is all default scenery, by the way. So far, no payware. It's all default. And it's pretty good. The only thing I did buy is the AEP, Airport Enhancement Package from X-KeyPad. Strongly recommend it. Strongly recommend it. Like, strongly recommend AEP package. Airport Enhancement Package by X-KeyPad. Not being sponsored, it is truly a good add-on. It's almost, it's a must actually. So if you don't want to spend a gazillion amount of money buying payware airport, it transforms all the default airport with nicer buildings, nicer ground equipment, and changes the pavement with the ground surface of the airport. Absolutely worth every penny. And if you buy it on sale, then it's a steal. Because it enhances, like, how many airport there is in X-Plane? 38,000? So it's very cheaper airport, wouldn't you say? It's blocked. But there you go. Beautiful GA airport. Man, this place in real life must be astounding. Can you imagine flying here with the color of the water? Must be amazing. I mean, look at this. pushed again. Now, yes, I did mention that I'm using live traffic plugin. You haven't seen anything? Well, it's because they're all flying above us. But I have set the live traffic at 100 aircraft, so, and maybe previously you saw a message saying like it had reached the limit. You can add more if you want, but right now there are 100 aircraft flying around us. Or in the vicinity. And if you're not sure, just hit M for the map and see, look at all the aircraft around us. No joke. Okay, so we'll be there in 15 minutes, folks. Our first leg. Now we're gonna have to be careful here because there is a military base here just before Key West, sorry. So we're going to have to fly outside of that airspace. Which is actually right in front of us. It's coming. Almost there. I really like that speed. It's good. Now I might be already violating the airspace, I'm not sure. Oh boy. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn and try to fly outside of the green line that you see on the map. So we're going to keep that road to our right. a hard time keeping altitude here. Let's grab the weather, shall we? What? We're not picking the weather yet? Okay. Alright. Oof. We see the cyan line here. Or magenta, sorry. I think that's the airspace for the air base. Man, it's looking good. Unbelievable. Now, before we land, is another reason why I want to do this video series. So if you did watch the introduction video, I wanted to do this world tour since Microsoft Flight Simulator, when it was on IBM monochrome CRT monitor, then FS9, FSX, then stopped flying for a while, then went back into flight simming. And explain 10, then 10, 11, anyway. So it's been between 30 to 40 years that I wanted to fly around the world in a small aircraft. But the second reason I wanted to do this, you're gonna find this funny, but here's the thing. Now, I don't know about you, but me...
Heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra. Key West International Airport, information Sierra. 2053 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 9er. Wind 100 F11. Visibility 10. Scattered at 2500. Temperature 31, 2.25. Altimeter 29903. Density altitude 1900 feet. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Sierra. Niner. Okay. Now the first airport you see on the map is not Key West. That's the airbase. It's Navy Key West. Key West Tower, Bell 407, Golf Oscar Hotel 904 is 15.2 nautical mile east of the airport, coming for runway 9, full stop landing.
Bell 407, Golf Oscar Hotel 904, Key West Tower, enter right downwind for runway 9er.
Route downwind for runway 9er for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. That is say intentions for you guys. It sounds like a human. So anyway, I was saying like the second reason why I want to do this, I don't know if you're like me, but when I go to bed, and it's been like this for decades. When I was young, I was listening to the radio, a talk show. So the guy was just talking, and some people were calling. And so I was listening at a very, 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 very low volume, just to have like something in the background talking to put me asleep. Now today with today's technology, with a tablet, well, I either watch a movie that I watch a gazillion amount of time because I don't want to concentrate, I just want to hear something in the background. But then a while back ago I started watching airplane videos, either Flight Radar 24 or Just Plane, two websites that actually have like aircraft or airplane videos of the entire flight. And I was watching this because the sound of the airplane is soothing. Now what's the point here with the world tour? Well, it's not because I like the sound of my voice. Actually, I don't. That's why the next videos, I'm going to try to talk very, very little. It's just because I want to listen to the sound of the engine to put me to sleep. That's it. So I don't want to be yapping during the entire video. So here's the airbase. So enter downwind. But he did not say if it is from the right or from the left. So it would be my responsibility to read the chart, actually, and to know from which side. So let's say we're going to come from the right, because usually on a fixed-wing aircraft the approach is always on this side. So here's the airbase, Navy Key West. we're high enough. We're good. A little bit too close though. I think in real life someone would pay us a visit. I think we would have a private escort. We're not taking pictures. Nope. That's a big airfield. Alright, here's Key West in front, which means we're going to start descending. Okay, let's turn on the lights. We're going fuel. Everything's good. Okay. Turn the AC back on.
Go Hotel 904, runway 9er, winds 100 at 11, cleared to land.
Cleared to land. Runway 09 for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. Well, that was quick. Okay then. We're going to see if I can practice a short approach. Oof. I'm going to have to extend a little bit because altitude is not too bad, but gotta reduce the speed now. Not too shabby. Wow, that could have been worse. I'm happy with that. Okay, we're going to exit at Charlie. Still struggling with the ground effect here. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the ground. Whoa, where are you going, buddy? Why are you climbing now? No climbing. Okay. That was weird. Ooh. Okay.
Bell Hotel 904, welcome to Key West. Contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. Thank you. Key West ground, Golf Oscar Hotel 904 has exited the active at Charlie. Would like to park at the helipad.
Bell 407, Golf Oscar Hotel 904, Key West ground, taxi to helipad via Alpha. Good day.
Taxi via to the helipad via Alpha for Golf Oscar Hotel 904. Thank you. Okay, we are on Alpha. Where's the helipad? Do you guys know where the helipad is? Because I sure don't. Okay, you know what? Oh, there you go. Ding dong. Got some right there. Actually, before I forget, I always forget, Peter eat off. What else? That's it for now. Phew. I'm still stressed out. I should relax. Relax, but okay. Checklist. Collective is full down, cyclic in neutral, paddles are neutral. Landing light. It's off. Pitot is already off. Let's bring the throttle to idle. Slowly. Start to cool down for 2 minutes. Hello? Alright, so we can delete the flight plan. Oh yeah, doesn't work, so I'm going to do this. Flight plan. Menu. Okay. The warning was shut. Yep. Engine ADIC is off. Fuel boost transfer off. Can turn you off, you off. Really? Okay. Can turn the AVX off. Oh, what are we doing? Gen off, part separator off, position light off, force trim off, fade deck test button over speed. It's good. We landed with a lot of fuel, so that's good. Okay, air conditioning off. Two minutes. Stop the clock. 31.5. Phew. It's hot in here. Here we go, folks. Leg number 1 of the World Tour. Gorilla Air World Tour. Alright, let's stretch our legs, shall we? We've been sitting for a little while, right? Welcome to Key West. Key West. Jeez. Feels good. Look at this beast. Now the only thing missing here is to make my own livery. I don't know how. I don't have the knowledge and I don't have the software to do it. So, man, would I wish I would have a Golf Oscar Hotel 904 personalized livery. Anybody who watches this that have the talent, it would be a white, orange, navy blue livery. What a beautiful aircraft. Seriously. What a beautiful chopper. Alright folks, that's going to be it for today. It's already been, how long we've been recording? 2 hours and 23 minutes. So, yeah. Welcome to Key West. Hope you enjoy that flight. Leg number 1 of a long trip. So, see you on the next one, folks. Thank you for stopping by. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves. You know why. Because you're one of the most important person on this planet, and you deserve it. Never forget, a better you will make a better us, and in return, we can make a better world. Gorilla, your pilot, signing off. Ciao.